Hey y'all. So here is an update. This is day 30 of my Fruitarian summer. Now let me tell you why I call it a Fruitarian summer. Because this summer, it's my goal and my intention to be a Fruitarian. As in eating all, if not mostly, if not all fruit. Already I've been imperfect. Day 30, I think 5 out of those 30 days I have not eaten all fruit. Um this breaking of food addiction, man, it really is a journey. It really is something that you work on. That's why it's important to challenge yourself, because when you're challenging yourself to be the best version of yourself, it leaves room for error. Like, you're allowed to not be perfect because you're practicing perfection almost, right? So you're still doing the right thing most of the time. And I think that's what is most important. Um, I also feel like I want to take a step back from social media. I understand social media is important for accountability. It helps me be accountable. Also, I know that a lot of people look forward to me sharing my personal experience because they can relate and they can connect with me. Um, but social media is also a massive distraction for me. It's so hard for me to focus on my real personal goals outside of this here metaverse, like my financial goals, getting out of debt, working super hard, saving money, certain obligations that have deadlines. There are times where I'm on this blue app. Facebook specifically is the most addicting application to me. All it takes is for me to post something once, and then I start receiving notifications for it. And then I can't help myself but constantly keep up on the notifications. It's like you're a crack addict waiting to see what somebody has to say about something. Or if you're commenting on other people's stuff, and then, like, it's like this never ending rabbit hole of distraction. And that is why I have been intentional the past couple of days about my social media use, and I've decided that I want to use it more strategically. Like, I would much rather use social media intentionally, as in only post when you're providing something of value, when you're sharing a tip, or if you're sharing a recipe, or if you have a download that you want to share, like a message that's flowing through you that you need to get out. Like, I'm a writer. I love writing. So that's why I love social media, because I get to write. I get to fully express myself in my own personal style. Um, but like, for what? For likes and reactions. It ain't paying me. It ain't, so like, it's just a recalibration of priorities rather. But, it's a tool, so I shall use it as such. And there are things I need to be working on that I said I would do, like my recipe book, a digital ebook in general. There's so many things that I feel creative and I want to create, and I waste so much time mindlessly scrolling. And I also have so much work that needs to be put into here in my real life, for work, paying off debt, and things of that sort. Things that really weigh me down mentally and stress me out financially. And like, growth, I've taken my health very seriously. I haven't been perfect, but for the most part I've taken it very seriously. But I need that habit to pour into other aspects of my life now, my work ethic and just my desires and passions. It's just so split, like being a spiritual being and being a professional, being healthy, being all these things, and being it all at once, just being. But we're so trapped in our habits and the ways that we've lived forever that it's so hard to just be, to just say, this is who I am, this is how I want my life to be, and then just be in the practice of it. Because it's like you're unlearning so many things and rewiring and doing new things repetitively, building new habits. It's almost like you really forget what you want for yourself, and then you revert back to what you've just automatically done, because that's how our bodies are programmed. So the reprogramming process, man, it's a bitch. Like, that's why, like, when I come on here and I share anything, I don't like coming on here like I'm perfect. Like, I congratulate those who have been fully raw, who have been fully fruitarian, who has just hitting all the milestones and been on a streak. But that's not how everybody's journey is, and it takes a long time to even get to that point. They all, for the most part, have went through this process: the unlearning, the retraining, rewiring. um, this experience is very important, and that's why I like to focus on it, because a lot of people get discouraged and they quit on themselves altogether because they can't manage to do it perfectly, and they think that there is something wrong with them. There is nothing wrong with you, sweetie. You're a human. you know, and there's nothing extraordinary about those people either. I promise you, everybody goes through this phase, and it doesn't matter how long it's going to take you, you're going to get there, because no matter what, you're not constantly damaging yourself every single day like you used to for years and years and years. So even doing less damage and doing more good for yourself is better over time. It's really a transition without you realizing it's a transition. It's only a transition to people when they've kind of declared it as a transition. Um, but in hindsight, it's always a transition, because you're still growing. You're still, even if you just moved an inch forward, you still moved an inch forward. It wasn't backwards move. So, and having the intention is enough. If you intend on doing better, even if you don't do better for one or second or two, three, four particular times, you have an intention. Um, just keep your mind on what you intend to do for yourself, because you'll get there. You only fail when you quit. But most of the time when I create these videos, I be talking to myself. Like, I'm talking to you, but I'm talking to me too. I promise. It's a learning process. It's a growth journey. I know this though. My fruitarian summer is going to be probably the healthiest summer I've ever had, because I'm going to eat fruit mostly every day. So, thank you for hanging out with me, hearing me out for this few minutes. I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know where you're at in your health journey. Like, what's been going on? Have you had any slips? How often are those slips? Do you really have some introspection when you go through those? Like, why did that happen? Why did I want to eat that? What triggered that? Um, I'm accepting life and all of its imperfections for what it is. Like, I'm done being hard on myself. I'm done beating up on myself. That shit is stressful. Like, beating up on yourself is stressful. Like, it's way more harmful for you to be stressed out about trying to do good. Because at the end of the day, we just want peace. We just want to feel good in our bodies. We want to feel good about ourselves. It does nothing for us to beat up on ourselves, to talk negatively to ourselves. You're reprogramming yourself in a negative way when you do that. So just give yourself grace. And if you decide to eat something that ain't healthy, let me tell you something. Eat it with reverence. Enjoy it. Enjoy the F out of it. Pray over it. Enjoy every single bite, every single flavor. However you feel after that physically is on you. But it's going to be better for you in your soul to just enjoy what you put into your mouth. Eat with reverence. And I'll end it with that. I love you guys.